Good evening, Internet. My name is Michael, and I'm here to review some stuff for you. Tonight, we're going to take a look at the second part of the Bourne trilogy, the Bourne Supremacy. Now, if you've never seen this movie, let me read the back so you can get a general idea. They should have left him alone. Academy Award winner Matt Damon is back as expert assassin Jason Bourne in this stunning non-stop action hit. Fueled by awesome fight scenes and some of the most breathtaking chase sequences ever filmed, it's a state-of-the-art espionage thriller that explodes into action and never lets up. Well, that doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the plot of the movie. It's actually a really, really good description of the movie itself. The plot of the movie is that Jason Bourne has spent the last 2 years on the run with Marie, who's the love interest from the first movie, and currently he's hiding out in India. So everything's hunky-dory with him. He's actually living a pretty good life. His only problem is he still hasn't regained his memories, and he keeps having flashbacks of several incidences where he killed people in the past. Then it cues over to the rest of the movie. Basically, there's a CIA operation going on in Berlin where they're trying to find out who stole a bunch of money from the CIA several years ago. Well, just as they're about to find out, the informant and the CIA operative who was going to pay the informant off are killed, and the CIA is led to believe that Jason Bourne did this. So the manhunt begins, and a new character is introduced. A woman, the character's name is Pamela Landy, and she starts a task force to catch Jason Bourne and find out why he killed her men. Obviously, Jason Bourne didn't actually kill them. Now, cutting back to India, an assassin, the one who actually did kill the two people in Berlin, tries to kill Jason Bourne, but just ends up killing Marie instead. That was actually a pretty tragic moment in the movie. It's really early on, so it's not too spoilerific. But anyway, after that, he thinks he killed Jason Bourne, and basically it's all a setup so that while the CIA is looking for Jason Bourne will be dead, and they won't catch the real killer. And from there, the movie's just great. The plot, well, I could go on and on about the plot and all the strange, convoluted turns it takes. But basically, Jason Bourne goes after the CIA goes after Jason Bourne, and in the end, you find out who the real killer was, why they framed Jason Bourne in particular, and Jason Bourne gets his revenge. But what I really want to talk about this movie is the action. Like I said, the description from the back of the box is really, really good for what the movie actually is. The plot, it's a decent plot. It's pretty good, but mostly it's just a mode so you can see all the action of the movie. One of the great scenes in this movie is he has a fight scene with another one of the assassins from the first film. I don't think it was like the same actor, but it's one of the same characters from the Treadstone group that Jason Bourne was in. And they have a really kick-ass fight scene inside that guy's house. And that's probably the best melee fight in the movie. There's some other good scenes with him shooting and stuff, but the main really kick-ass scenes are the chase scenes. There's two in particular. There's one where he's in Berlin and he's being chased by the police. And he's not in a car or anything, he's just being chased on foot by all these policemen, and the sheer lengths he goes to get away, it just kicks a lot of ass. I highly recommend it, if nothing else, for that scene. And then there's the final chase scene, which takes place in Moscow, which is a car chase scene, and it's pretty realistic and just action-filled and just crazy how kick-ass it is. So, if nothing else, I recommend you watch this movie just for those two scenes. And everything else makes it really good. Oh, and there's another really pivotal scene in the movie where he's in Berlin and he's hunting down the CIA lady, and he has her in his sights with a sniper rifle, and then he calls her and they have a conversation, and it's just kind of chilling just how easy it would be for him to end her life. And the conversation they had was pretty good, and he ends it with you need to get some sleep, or he tells her something that she knows that he could have killed her at any time. And then at the end of the movie, they have another scene somewhat like that in New York. But I'll get more into that in actually the third movie, which you'll see in the next review. So, anyway, as a whole, in the trilogy itself, the first movie had a better plot for an actual storyline. This one has a decent plot, but the main thing is the action's way better than the first one. So yeah, I have to get this one a 5, and I highly recommend you watch it. Anyway, stay tuned for next time when I'll finish up the trilogy with the Bourne Ultimatum.